you're struggling again, don't worry. You're losing your cool again. I understand. It happens so fast, doesn't it? You don't like the energy of it. I get it. And you feel embarrassed by it. I got your back. Let's take a moment to sort of the fact that you removed yourself from this situation is a good thing. Well done, you. I'm just going to say a few words and encourage you to breathe so you can feel a bit calmer. But before we go, just remember, if you are physically and mentally unsafe, even if it's just your perception, and if you're not certain of it, go to speak to your doctor so that the doctor can help you or point you in the right directions of solutions, so that you and those around you can feel supported, including the person that you may be unsafe from. If you're just having a natural reaction to small things, feeling anger or frustration, but no one is unsafe, then do continue. Well then, for removing yourself from this situation, to give yourself a chance to find some calm and balance. Breathe into your belly. Close your eyes for a moment. May you find calm. Breathe in. Ease. Breathe into the belly. Let go. Breathe into the belly. Peace is more important than reason. You will do your best to breathe in slowly into your belly. Hold it for a count of 1, maybe 2, and then slowly exhale. And just exhale at the pace that feels natural to you in this moment. When we are feeling calm and relaxed, our breath can be fuller, deeper, and the exhalation also longer. But don't try to match mine. I'll remind you to breathe, but I'll let you breathe out at your own pace, whenever it feels best and right for you. If you are feeling a bit angry, that will be shortened compared to mine, for instance. So, feel your belly nice and full. Smile. Let's clear our lungs from the air that we no longer need. And the other one. And the other one. And the other one. Just exhalation. Excuse me for a second. Breathe in and smile. May you find ease. May you find calm. The purpose of this exercise is so that you bring your body back to calm. Hey, amygdala, all is well. Just relax. All is well. I know you may be perceiving it, this is important, this is really is important. Yes, it is important, but remember, you want to get there with your positive influence, not your controlling and pushing and hard influence. Nice and gentle. Soft water can go through hard objects, nice and gently, not forcefully. well, we can go there forcefully, but nothing usually good comes out of it, and you don't feel good anyway. So even if you don't care about others, which I'm sure you do, you don't feel good when you're forcing things. So if you don't do it for others, do it for yourself. Breathe into your belly. Smile. And let it go. Breathe in. Let go of control. Breathe in. Let go of perfectionism. Breathe in. Let go of things being or having to be a certain way. Breathe in. Let go of fear. Breathe in. Let's move this sun. It's a bit on my eye. I think we've probably okay standing a bit further back. So much brighter day today. Okay. So breathe into the belly, feel your belly. Let go of that you can't control. Breathe into your belly. Let go of others needing to be a certain way. Breathe into your belly. Let go of musts. Breathe in. Let go of shoulds. Feel the belly. Just let go of everything. Find your ease, your calm, your peace. Peace, kindness, love is more important than reason. There are things that we can do, right? There are things that we can influence. What can you do to feel better yourself? And are we like, if you do that, I can feel better. If you behave a certain way, I can feel better. But unfortunately, my darling, we can't control others. We can influence them with our positive example, and we can wish and root for their best, and we can educate them, but they only will take that education as far as they are ready for it. And just because something is good for them doesn't mean they are ready for it. For instance, I might get my son, get up and move and breathe, and start with in a positive intention, because I know it's good for him, for his energy levels. But he's not ready for it. He hasn't even wished for it, like I wish for it, because there has been times in my life, mainly when I went through challenges, either health challenges or work challenges, where I didn't feel as good, and I had to focus myself to fulfill good and do certain things to feel good. And even if you live in a country where there's very little sunlight in the winter and it's very cold, you might get into bad habits of not moving as much, not getting as much fresh air, and you might not feel as good. And combined with the lack of sunshine and vitamin D, you might not feel your best in terms of energy and strength. And if you're accustomed and you like to feel good, you might notice a little dip. So that you think that is good for you, you want to pass on to others. And they might not be ready for them. It's like my mum trying to convince me to do gardening. I know it's good, but I'm not ready for it. Sorry. And it's like me trying to pass on some of my knowledge, and she's not ready for it. And equally, I'm passing on to my son, and he's not ready for it. And I pass on to my husband, and he's not ready for it. And there's a lot of struggle before he accepts it. Eventually he does it, but only to stop an argument. But it's just not ready for it. Stop imposing the things on others. And it's, as a parent, it's harder in certain things because you observe. So if you watch your kid just slumber all day in terrible posture, not moving, not eating, and you know that's not going to end up very well in terms of energy, in terms of feeling good. And if they have a challenge, you know it's going to end up, if they're already empty, it's going to end up into this horrible explosion, combined with their age, because at certain ages you only have so much knowledge, and your body is only capable of manage so much. So not really fair to expect, to impose. Anyway, it's not about me. Just simply sharing that we all struggle, and you are normal. It is common for humans to struggle around in their day. So don't beat yourself up if things are not going the way you want. Just simply let go of perfectionism, control, expectations, because your peace, your well-being is more important than reason. Being kind. And one thing, do you want to prove that you're right, or do you want to feel good? And equally, do you want to hear my opinion, or do you want to feel good? Do you want to hear my opinion, or you want to prove to me that I am wrong? Okay, so let go of all of it. Kindness, peace, love is more important than reason. And when we take into account our needs and the needs of others, and we listen and we express ourselves, when we express ourselves and what is our need, and equally when others express themselves and tell us their needs, then we might be able to come up with a solution that benefits us and them. There are things that we can't control, and there are things they can't control about us. But by hearing each other, by understanding each other, we might be able to come up with solutions that are more supportive to each other. And also know what is natural and normal expectation. If someone is not feeling well and good, you can't expect them to feel and demand that they feel good or do certain things. You can't. It's too much of a jump. Equally, someone might not have the maturity, their brain may not be fully developed to manage certain things. They may not have the knowledge, and they may not be feeling at their best. So when you are a bit empty, it's harder to deal with challenges. And equally, what we consider to be good may not be something that desired, at least not yet. So you want your kids to cooperate because you want them to, for fairness, you want everyone to do a little bit, because if you all do a little bit, we all feel better. You don't have just a donkey doing everything. saving them from hassles in the future, because wherever they go, they can have to do it. They will either have to do it themselves or contribute towards. Say, for instance, if you try to get your kid to help, in the future they'll have to do those things for themselves, or pay someone to do it, or have to do it because they live with other people. Okay, and you're trying to spare them from those discomforts in the future. And you don't want them to just take advantage. You want them to also pull their weight for fairness for everyone. And to be considerate. But equally, you also know that if you don't do bit by bit, things become too big and it's harder to manage. But they don't know that because they haven't lived that far or had that experience. Say if you're very health concerned, a young person might not care about that because they haven't lived or had experience that made them desire for that. So you're struggling for things that might be on your best interests. You know, as you get older, you know, if you don't pay attention to your food and your movement and your sleep levels, you might not feel as good or have as much energy. So because you know that's important, you're going to make sure you fit that in your day. But for your kids, they don't care. Television all day. Anyway, just a couple of examples to let you know that we all struggle. We all have our challenges. And sometimes we're trying to impart and pass on good habits for health, good habits for your brain, good habits for your energy and mood and joy and happiness and so on. And others may not be receptive to it. So you might be coming from a good position and it may not be ready for it. But if you force it, then you go nowhere. You're only going to end up losing your balance, and lead by example. Okay? When they're ready, when they feel calmer, when they're more receptive, you can explain yourself, you can hear them, and then out of the two, you can actually identify the needs of each, and then perhaps you could, let's negotiate. Let's help one another. I'll fill you up and you help me fill myself up. Cook you the dishes. And good habits. You finish your food, you take the plates with you. Just so that we all feel better. Small things. And don't force. Notice what things you have control. Okay? And what things you don't have control. And the things you don't have control, let go. Let go. You can't make someone else do certain things. You can ask, and sometimes they can't even do those things themselves, and you just have to accept that. And try a different way. Learn what's possible from yourself and others, what's not possible, and be patient with where you are. And like I said, if you are unsafe physically, mentally, and you are in an abusive relationship, whatever that is, remove yourself from the situation. Discuss it with your doctor so that you can identify solutions for yourself, those that need, and perhaps the person that you are feeling unsafe from, so everyone can feel supported, because there are solutions. Okay. And if you can get there by yourself, by breathing, smiling, removing, then do that too. A lot of love. Kisses. May you feel supported. I would feel a little calmer. Remember, peace, kindness, love is more important than reason. You feeling calm and collected and grounded is more important than anything else that you want to impart, educate, and pass on. The minute you lose your balance, you lost the war. But if you do, don't beat yourself up. Just pick up yourself again and start with best intentions. Just go, I'm gonna take myself out. Too upset right now. Bye for now. May you feel supported. You are doing better than you think. You're doing your best. And that's continue to express yourself calmly, remove yourself, give the example, and know that these too shall pass. Emotions can be strong, challenges can be big. Break them down, and then bit by bit you'll find that there'll come a day where this too will no longer be important, and good things will come out of it. Your knowledge, the ease that you might let things go, and your ability to focus on what really matters and focus on the positives. Just focus on the positives. What are the goods? What are the opportunities to sort of learn, let go, to looking forward? I'm so looking forward to sort of knowing how to deal with this. But also know once you overcome that, something else will be on the horizon. Because that's life, it just never stops. While your heart is beating, there'll also be challenges. But with the challenge comes growth, and with growth comes satisfaction and empowerment. So, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, be easy on yourself and others. And when you fall, big hug, comfort hug, come up again, and it is what it is. No one is perfect. No one is perfect. But bring your peace and your calm and your love into your heart each time, and your forgiveness. I let go. I forgive. I forgive others for not being perfect. Forgive myself for not being perfect. I forgive circumstances for not being perfect. I make peace with it. It is what it is. It's not good. It's not bad. It is what it is. Make sure you are safe physically and mentally. Ask for help if you need to, so you, those, and the person you're feeling unsafe from can be supported and helped, because there are many ways that can be supported and helped, and there are people with knowledge that can help you out there. But for everything else, just remove yourself, breathe, smile, move, let go. Go for a walk. Go for a walk and fill your heart with hope, kindness, love.